As we get set for action here this afternoon on a matinee against the visitors from Manitoba, the Winnipeg Jets in town for the fourth and final meeting between these clubs this year. Pionk fires it in. Fleury knocks it down. Zuccarello has it for Minnesota. Put it right in the stick of Scheifele, who's back in for the Jets. A centering pass for Velarde, and his redirect was kicked away by Fleury. Now Rossi with a takeaway for Minnesota. Out to Johansson. He has Zuccarello with him. Zuccarello centers. Rossi in, and his backhander went wide.
Rossi through the neutral zone gets a step on Scheifele, picks up the feed from Zuccarello, brings it to the backhand, and Hellebuyck
out to center ice. Namestnikov looking for Iafallo at the Minnesota line. Bustadinov plays it safely back in behind his own net. Goligoski there to pick it up. A centering pass, and they score. Namestnikov got a piece of this out front, and it sneaks by Fleury. The Jets have an early 1-0 lead.
No thank you. Then at the other end, it's Goligoski, and maybe Iafallo's calling for this one because it's a reverse right into Iafallo. Heavy forecheck from the Jets. They throw this out front, and Namestnikov, a little one-timer, finds some daylight through Marc-Andre Fleury.
Ehlers with it. Ehlers into the Minnesota zone. Winds, fires, saved by Fleury.
And just more miscommunication there. That was Ehlers, a 1-on-2, and Brodin went for a switch with his D partner, Faber. They're on the wrong page, and that allows Ehlers to wind up from the slot.
Brodin with a shot that's kicked away by Hellebuyck. A little more wide open play between these two clubs than we've seen in the first meetings this year. Ehlers in again. It's off the stick of Chisholm and flutters into the corner where Kaprizov has it for Minnesota. Kaprizov ducks by Pionk. Trying to go short side. Hellebuyck hugging the post.
But boy, can he close with the skating. Ehlers, I mean, looked like the Jets were going to have a 3-on-2. Faber took 2 hard strides in the neutral zone, closed that gap. And Ehlers was surprised that Faber was right in his face. Be the player that he is this year and provide the value that he has to the club. Huge one.
Rossi to Zuccarello. A working horse is a happy horse.
Yeah,
huh?
I think
I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
They score! Kaprizov up front, and it's number 38 on the season.
Kaprizov and Boldy and Eck were together as a one-line team, and Hines wanted to spread things out to create more offense. And boy, if you want to do that, just put 97 and 36 together. It's a turnover right inside the Jets' blue line. Zuccarello doesn't dust this thing off. He finds his partner 97 in the slot. And Kaprizov, you can't give a good.
Eriksson on it here for Minnesota. Hands it off to Johansson. Faber back to Johansson. Kicked out, rebound. Tried to send it back down low. Now across ice, and Kaprizov a one-timer. A Zuccarello-like feed from Rossi cross ice, but Kaprizov's one-timer kicked away. Monahan in for the Jets, centers, and Connor scores.
Kaprizov with the one-timer misses it, and that leads to a breakout for the Jets, and it's Monahan, Connor. Alex Goligoski trying to take the pass, play the middle. Monahan with a nice little floating saucer pass lands right on the tape of Connor. He's driving to that back post. It's a strong bottom hand. Redirects that one towards the net. No chance for Marc-Andre Fleury. You've got middle of Canada, Winnipeg Jets. He just isn't talked about. If he was playing on the East Coast, he'd be a household name.
Right, just an underappreciated goal scorer.
Absolutely.
They hold one here, 2-1. Trying to complete a 4-game season series sweep of the Wild. Pionk shot knocked away. Velarde to Scheifele, back of the net. Out to the line, Morrissey. Across, Pionk a drive. Blocker save, Fleury.
It's also amazing how you cannot give Kaprizov a bad pass. He enters the zone, he picks that up with his right foot, his trail foot, brings it right to the tape, and one touches it to Zuccarello. Can those guys lead the way?
Power play for Minnesota. Zuccarello. Kaprizov out front, and Eriksson redirect went wide. Zuccarello with it. More power play assists than any player in a single season in Wild history. Zuccarello down low in the corner. Back up high to Faber. Boldy. Faber chips it down to Zuccarello. Back to Boldy. Into the middle, Faber. Kaprizov. In the middle, Zuccarello. A redirect and a pad stop by Hellebuyck. Boldy to Zuccarello. Into the corner, Boldy. Around the boards for Kaprizov. Faber able to settle it down. Wild 4 for 10 against the Jets this year. Kaprizov scores!
In the NHL, it's because the Wild win the face-off, and then every puck retrieval after that, they do a good job battling, and it's 47 seconds in the zone. They brought pucks to the net. They were able to get them, extend that offensive zone time, and in doing so, they changed sides low to high, over and back, and eventually a pretty pass over to Kirill Kaprizov. I don't think he gets all of this one, but he got enough of it to put it up under the bar. Far side. Looks like individual play because they're really struggling.
Here's a breakaway for Lowry, shorthanded. Lowry against Fleury, and a save by Fleury.
Rather's checking right spot here. He picks this one off, and it's off to the races. But Matt Zuccarello with the great back check. That takes the backhand away from Lowry. And he's only able to fire this one on the forehand. He's looking 5-0 on Fleury, and that just helps Fleury read this play, read the shot. He's able to be aggressive, stay low, and as soon as Lowry's hands start to show.
Rossi sends it up high for Chisholm. Johansson back to Chisholm. Now Rossi looks, fires, save Hellebuyck.
Point shots, rebound or two, good power play.
Faber fires it in. Shaw from the wall, knocked away by Hellebuyck.
I'm doing the last regular season game here against Seattle, but you're absolutely right. Love the vantage point here and the people we get to work with.
Velarde trying to escape Middleton, hands it off to Namestnikov. He blew a tire and went down in a heap in the corner. Dillon walks the line for Winnipeg. A long shot, they score. Sounded like it was tipped on the way. And Winnipeg, for the third time in the game, takes a 1-goal lead.
Everybody over a minute, and that top line for Winnipeg does a good job of their retrievals. Backman right on top of Dillon, but he finds some room through the shin pads of Beckman. I think it's Iafallo right out front. He's able to tip it. That looks like it's under the crossbar. He's right at about the crossbar. Gets it.
And he said a lot of times it's just how quick you can get rid of it and how much velocity you get on it. More important than accuracy. Loose puck, and it was pushed just wide by Boldy.
Play he has, and this one might keep him up tonight. It's a good play. Chisholm takes it to the short side, chips it, and we touched early on the show that Winnipeg and Hellebuyck give up rebounds. None juicier than that one, right to the slot. But Boldy fades to the left side, the blocker side, instead of going right down the middle. Because of that, he kind of handcuffs himself on the backhand, tries to redirect it in, and it goes just wide.
Into the corner. Zuccarello feeds Faber. A long shot goes off the glass. Kaprizov comes off the wall. Zuccarello, a shot. Saved by Hellebuyck.
They were looking for some room in the middle of the ice, but it's Faber wide. And then watch the cross check in front. That creates a little time and space for Zuccarello.
With the deflection goal in the second that broke a 2-2 tie, and Winnipeg takes a 1-goal lead into the final 20. To the line, Stanley. Iafallo leaves it for Namestnikov. Back to the line, Sandberg, and they score. Tipped by Barron on the way in, and the Jets have extended the lead to 4-2.
Namestnikov already with 2 points. Might pick up a third here. If nothing else, a plus. But they just go to work. On the forecheck, low to high, Sandberg takes the middle ice, net front presence, and that's Barron. He gets a piece of that one just out in front of Marc-Andre Fleury.
Winnipeg will move within 2 points of Colorado in the race for second in the Central, as the Wild fall to the Jets for the 4th time in 4 meetings this season. Winnipeg with a clean sweep of the season series.